How to master your ADHD advice from Dr. NED Hallowell. Imagine feeling like you're living in a world designed for someone else. Like you see things differently, feel things more intensely, and time is more of a suggestion than a strict rule. For years, you might have felt like something was wrong, maybe lazy, irresponsible, or just too much. You might have worn a mask, trying desperately to fit into a mold that just doesn't feel like you. But what if everything you thought was wrong about you was actually a source of incredible power? A different way of being that, when understood, can unlock creativity, passion, and a unique perspective the world desperately needs. We're going to explore what it means to uncover this truth, especially if you're later in life, and discover how to finally live as your authentic self. Stay till the end, where we will make a step-by-step plan on how to apply this to your life. We put a lot of hours into this animated video, so if you want to support our new channel, please like this video, subscribe, and push the notification bell so you don't miss our new videos. Let's begin. Part 1. Feeling different. Finding understanding. We often hear from people who knew, deep down, they were different from a young age. Maybe it was the way their minds bounced from one idea to the next, the intense focus on things they loved, or the struggle with things others found easy, like sitting still or remembering where they put their keys 5 seconds ago. For generations, this difference was misunderstood. It was often seen through a lens of morality. You were bad, lazy, or simply not trying hard enough. Think back to history, and you see children and adults who were simply themselves, but were punished, ridiculed, or excluded because their way of being didn't fit the norm. It's heartbreaking to think of the spirit that was crushed, the potential that was lost, all because people didn't understand that this wasn't a choice, but a difference in wiring. Then, thankfully, things began to shift. People started to consider that maybe there was more to it than just willpower or virtue. What if biology played a role? What if brain chemistry mattered? This shift led to incredible discoveries, showing that what was once seen as a moral failing was actually a neurobiological difference. This understanding began to chip away at centuries of shame and judgment. It's a truth that can set people free, revealing that the struggles weren't a sign of being broken, but a symptom of an unmanaged condition. Part 2. Beyond the struggles, discovering strengths. When many people first learn about ADHD, they hear about challenges, difficulty focusing, disorganization, impulsivity. And yes, those are real experiences for many, but that's only part of the story. Focusing only on the difficulties is like only describing a powerful sports car by saying it uses a lot of gas. It misses the speed, the excitement, the sheer capability. When we understand ADHD properly, we see it's not just about struggles, but about a powerful engine. This brain is often characterized by incredible creativity, the ability to connect seemingly unrelated ideas, problem-solving skills, being calm in a crisis, seeing the big picture, and spotting things others miss. These aren't small things. These are qualities that drive innovation, build businesses, create art, and change the world. They are assets that can't be taught or bought. The goal isn't to get rid of who you are, but to understand how your unique brain works. It's about acknowledging the areas where you might need support, like building better brakes for impulsivity or finding strategies for organization, so you can fully unleash the tremendous power of your engine. Did you know that ADHD brains learn better visually? That's why you are currently learning from this video. Wouldn't it be better if you had an app specially designed for ADHD brains like you? That's exactly what BookWatch offers. We have animated book summaries of the best non-fiction books. You can watch animated videos like the one you are currently watching and also ask our AI how to specifically apply each book to your life. Check out the BookWatch app in the first link in the description below. Part 3. Starting the journey of unmasking. So, what if you're older and just getting this diagnosis? You've spent a lifetime perhaps feeling out of sync, maybe even wearing a mask to appear normal. Now, you have a name for it, and you want to start unraveling, taking off the mask, and connecting with your true self. This journey of self-discovery is incredibly liberating, but it can also feel overwhelming. Our first piece of advice is simple but crucial. Never worry alone. Find someone who understands this condition to talk to. This could be a therapist, a coach, a support group, or a friend who truly gets it. You need a guide, a spotter, someone who can help you process the information and navigate the emotions that come with this new understanding. Education is your starting point. Learn everything you can about how the ADHD brain works. This isn't about pathologizing yourself, but about understanding the why behind your experiences. Reading books, listening to reliable resources, and talking to experts can provide the framework you need to break new ground. Consider exploring all the tools available. This includes lifestyle changes, coaching, and potentially medication. Think of medication like eyeglasses. If you're nearsighted, squinting harder won't fix the blur. Eyeglasses provide clarity, making it easier to do everything else. Similarly, for many, the right medication can improve focus and make it much easier to implement other strategies, like coaching or building new habits. Trying medication is not a moral failing. It's exploring a tool that could significantly improve your quality of life. If it doesn't help, or if you don't like the effects, you simply stop. Part 4. The power of focus and managing the mind. At its core, one of the main things medication can do for the ADHD brain is improve focus. And almost everything we do in life, except sleeping, is improved by focus. Your work, your hobbies, your conversations, even remembering to grab your lunch before leaving the house, all become easier when you can direct your attention more effectively. This can significantly reduce the low-grade panic or anxiety that many people with unmanaged ADHD live with, the constant worry about messing up or being called out. Understanding the brain is a vast frontier, and we are still learning so much. But one key insight is recognizing the different networks at play. When you're engaged in a task you care about, your brain is in what some call the task-positive network. This is where productivity and flow happen. But when you're not actively engaged, the brain often shifts to the default mode network. For people with ADHD, this network can become a breeding ground for negative, intrusive thoughts. The demon that tells you you're not good enough, you're a failure, you'll never succeed. Why does this happen? Our brains are constantly seeking stimulation, and unfortunately, pain, whether emotional or physical, is incredibly stimulating. The default mode network can trap us in a loop of negative self-talk because it's a powerful, albeit painful, source of stimulation. The key to breaking free from this is learning to detach. The fuel for this negative loop is your attention. As long as you are riveted by these thoughts, they will persist. Medication doesn't typically shut this off directly. What you need to do is change the subject for your brain. This requires having activities planned in advance that are stimulating enough to pull your attention away from the negative loop. Loud music, vigorous exercise, intense connection with another person, engaging in a creative project. These are all powerful tools. Learning to recognize the shift into the default mode network and having strategies ready to redirect your attention is a crucial skill in managing ADHD. Part 5. Connection as a lifeline. One of the most powerful tools we have is connection. Never worrying alone isn't just about getting advice, it's about the fundamental human need to connect. We are not meant to be isolated. Isolation is toxic. It's been shown to be more dangerous to our health than smoking. Connection, on the other hand, is a source of joy, support, and even new ideas. For someone struggling with the negative thoughts of the default mode network, a partner or friend can be a lifeline. Simply understanding that these thoughts are not reality, but a trick of the brain, can be incredibly liberating. A partner can help by recognizing when the other person is getting stuck in that negative loop and gently suggesting a shift in activity. Hey, let's go for a walk. Or how about we put on some music and dance? Engaging in stimulating activities together can pull both people out of the negative space and strengthen their bond. This need for connection also relates to addiction. While a drug can feel like a form of connection, it's ultimately destructive. True connection with others, with meaningful work, with creative pursuits, provides authentic pleasure and purpose that can help people move beyond the need for maladaptive stimulation. Daring to be vulnerable, to show your true self, allows for genuine connection, and that is where real joy resides. Part 6. Overcoming shame and self-judgment. For many with ADHD, particularly women, a lifetime of misunderstanding can lead to deep-seated shame. Shame about disorganization, about being too much, about not fitting in. This shame can make it incredibly difficult to see your own value or to believe in your strengths. We often tend to be poor self-observers in this regard, selling ourselves short because we've internalized the negative messages we received. It's infuriating that people have had to suffer under the weight of this shame for so long, but understanding the neurobiological basis of ADHD is the first step in dismantling it. It's not a moral failing, it's a difference. And while there are challenges, there are also incredible strengths. The goal isn't to be normal, but to be well managed and thriving as your authentic self. This also applies to relationships. Undiagnosed and unmanaged ADHD can cause significant pain and destruction in romantic relationships. Forgetfulness, time blindness, impulsivity, these can lead to misunderstandings, frustration, and resentment. A partner might feel uncared for or unimportant. However, awareness of ADHD is a game changer. It shifts the dynamic from blame, you don't care, to understanding, your brain works differently. Let's find strategies. It's not an excuse for difficult behavior, but it's an explanation that opens the door to solutions. Couples can work together to build systems, delegate tasks, and find ways to manage the challenges while celebrating the unique strengths each person brings. Part 7. Harnessing your inner power. Think of your ADHD like Niagara Falls. Left unharnessed, it's a lot of powerful, chaotic energy that can feel overwhelming and even destructive. But build a hydroelectric plant, and that same power can light up cities. Harnessing your ADHD is about building your own personal hydroelectric plant. This often involves finding a mission or a passion that truly matters to you. The ADHD brain thrives on novelty, intensity, and difficulty if it's something you care about. When you find that thing that lights you up, that feels challenging and important, you can tap into an incredible reserve of energy and focus. Finding what matters to you is a journey. Ask yourself, what would you be most upset to lose? What is your wildest, most cherished hope? If you could change one thing in the world, what would it be? What gifts do you have that others would value? These big questions don't always have immediate answers, but the process of exploring them can reveal hidden passions and desires. Remember, you don't have to build your hydroelectric plant alone. Partnering with others, whether it's a friend, a colleague, or a coach, can provide the support, accountability, and shared energy you need, especially for the middle parts of projects that can lose their novelty. Ultimately, managing ADHD well means turning a potential source of struggle into a source of incredible power, joy, and contribution. It's about embracing who you are, understanding how your brain works, building the necessary supports and strategies, and daring to live a life that allows your unique gifts to shine. Step-by-step plan. Applying this understanding to your life can feel like a big undertaking, but we can break it down into manageable steps. Step 1. Educate yourself. Learn about how the ADHD brain works from reliable sources. This knowledge is the foundation of self-acceptance and effective management. Step 2. Find your community or support person. Connect with others who understand ADHD. Share your experiences, learn from theirs, and build a network so you never have to worry alone. Step 3. Explore strategies for managing challenges. Work with a coach or therapist to develop practical skills for areas like organization, time management, and building breaks for impulsivity. Consider a trial of medication with a knowledgeable professional if it feels right for you. Step 4. Practice redirecting negative thoughts. Learn to recognize the default mode network and have a list of stimulating activities ready to pull your attention away from negative self-talk. Step 5. Identify and lean into your strengths and passions. What lights you up? What feels challenging in a good way? Focus your energy on activities and pursuits that allow your unique gifts to flourish. Step 6. Build systems of support and accountability. Delegate tasks, use tools like calendars and reminders, and enlist the help of others to stay on track with the things that are important but might not be inherently stimulating. Step 7. Embrace your authenticity. Let go of the need to mask or appear normal. The world needs your unique perspective, creativity, and energy. This is a journey, not a destination. There will be ups and downs, but with understanding, support, and the right tools, you can harness the incredible power of your ADHD brain and create a life that is not just managed, but truly extraordinary. If you liked this video and you want to support our new channel, please like this video, subscribe, and push the notification bell so you don't miss our new videos.